set this. Got the line goes underneath here. And I'm actually going to close it. Just pull it out. Alright, now pull this out. So I have room to work. I'm going to cut my leader. Usually do about 1 to 2 feet. Say probably about there. Cut it. First thing you do, take one of these bullet weights, and there's a hole. The hole, you just put it a line right through that hole. Take a swivel, barrel swivel. You're going to thread this right through here. And I usually take about 1 inch or 2 all the way through. I pinch here and I pinch at the end, and you just twist it and kind of grab, twist, grab it to keep it from twisting. Once it's pretty twisted, I grab the end, take this little, I don't know if you're going to be able to see this, but you take the little end, and there's going to be a little loop right in here at the end where it's hooked to the swivel, and you basically push that right through that little hole. So once you get it, you grab this end and this end, and you kind of pull at the same time, get it tight. I let go of that, and then I pull the rest of it tight, and you'll kind of see it snap into place. I'm going to cut the excess off on the end, and then you're left with a nice little fishing knot. And then you do the same thing with that piece that you cut off on the other end. Pinch both ends and twist it, and that slips down on the knot, causing it to tighten. So that when you pull on it, all it does is tighten it. Cut off the excess, and then take your hook. Usually use a number 6 hook, just all-purpose number 6, and you slip that through the little hole on the end. Same exact process as before. A couple inches, pinch both ends, or 1 to 2 inches anyways. This is a little bit more tedious.
Good job, Grandma.
I got Mr. Duck hanging out over here. It still worked. So, got that tight. Don't want it to pull too tight. This is only a 4-pound line. For trout, I usually use a 4-pound line. They're usually a little pickier, and they're very picky. They don't like heavy lines because they're thicker. 4-pound is pretty good for anything I'm going to catch in here, and it's thinner so they don't see it as well. So next is putting the bait on. I've been using power bait, a finger full, just enough to make a decent sized ball out of. Make a nice little ball, say about that size, about the size of a fingernail or something. And you take your hook and you just kind of work it on, and I try to press it together once it gets over the hook so that it actually stays on there. Make a teardrop almost. That's your bait, and so what's going to happen is when I cast in the water, this weight is going to go down to the ground, you drop it, this floats, and you want to make sure you get enough of this on there, because if you don't have enough bait, this will actually sink. You need enough of this to make it float, so this is going to be floating, and hopefully the fish will see it, they'll take it, and this is actually on here, so that when the fish do take it, they don't feel the weight right away. You see how this moves?
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times if you have a fixed weight, they'll grab it, they'll feel the weight, and they're smart enough to figure it out, and they'll spit the bait out right away. With this, they can take it, and it'll be a nice smooth pull. That's why I usually don't have too much tension on my line after I cast. I leave quite a bit sitting there. So now we're ready to fish. For casting, you just reel it in until this is right by your finger. I'll pinch it with my finger, pull this over, and I also try to reel this up so the end, so I have about 2 to 3 inches on the end, give me a little bit of room. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to flick it, and when I want to release it, I'm going to let go of my finger and just let it go. With a Y on the end of it, this sticking around here. There you go. You can set it down like this, and I usually wait. You don't want to hold up too early. You really want them to swallow it, make sure they're cooked. Now, wait.